Hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to do this little kind of intro before we get into the main video for today, because the video that we're going to be covering today here is of the Wave 144 scale LED Mirage kit. Unboxing this was actually something that I recorded this months and months ago, and then I didn't really know what I was going to do with the kit, whether I was going to just build it and paint it or build it and do like kind of my normal review of it or not, and I just kind of set it to the side and never got around to doing anything with it until now. And the reason why I wanted to finally get this unboxing video out to you guys now and then work on building the kit, and then you guys will see me work on this a little bit more here in the near future as well too, is because recently at USA Gundam Store we were able to get in a bunch of 5-star stories kits there for you guys. Not the Wave one, I don't think we have any of these Wave ones there, but a bunch of the Volks ones, which are actually kind of a little bit harder to get maybe. So if you guys are interested in 5-star stories, just wanted to let you guys know that we recently got a bunch of the Volks kits in at USA Gundam Store, so definitely go ahead and check those out. With that said, the link is down below in the video description. You can use my coupon code there as well too, ZakuAurelius10, to save yourself a little bit of money on those as well too. As you guys know, it's all down there in the video description. So with that all said, let's just go ahead and get into the much older unboxing video that I recorded for you guys. Here it is. Hey, what is going on, guys? So recently I've had a few different people asking me if I'm ever going to check out any 5-star stories kits, and I am not a huge fan of the 5-star stories designs. There's a lot of them, and I mean it's a kind of obscure thing. A lot of you guys maybe don't even know what 5-star stories is. I really don't know too much about it. I know there is an anime, I've never really seen it or anything. Anyway, the point is there's not a ton of these kits out there, but this one does look pretty cool, and so I did want to check it out, and I recently got it, and since people have been asking me about it recently, I figure, okay, I'll bump it up in the queue and we'll take a look at this sooner than later. So this is the Motorhead LED Mirage, and it's made by Wave. Came out all the way back in 2000, and it's in 144 scale, so it's a pretty old kit, and I don't really know how the Wave kits compare to the Volks kits. Basically, as far as I know, in plastic kit form, it's really only Wave and Volks are the two companies that make plastic model kits. Otherwise, there's a load of different resin kits and everything like that out there as well, which maybe we'll take a look at someday in the future if I ever find one that I really like, that I can get my hands on. But at least for now, we'll just take a look at this Wave plastic model kit. I've heard the Volks ones are really nice as well, but these kits definitely take a lot more time and effort than your typical Bandai or even Kotobukiya model kits, so it should be a fun experience. Anyway, for the box art here on the front, just the box art looks amazing. Even if you're not really too into the designs, you just have to appreciate the illustration style of 5-star stories. They're really, really interestingly designed mecha suits here, so very cool. On the sides of the box here, you can see this appears to be number 3 in the MH series. I'm guessing that's a Motorhead series, I suppose, but I don't know what the other ones are that are available in the line. Just this is the only one that I really have ever seen all that often. But anyway, here's the illustration and then the model kit form. So there's what it looks like illustrated and model kit. I think they did a pretty good job rendition of that, as you can see. The pose here is just kind of a little bit derpy. I think I might kind of help the pose of that a little bit, but see, it's got this gigantic shield and this big sword, and just it looks like it's got a ton of detail in there as well. I like this little message from Wave too. Enjoy your creative hobby life. We are always seeking customers' full satisfaction. That's cool. Alright, and here on the other side, just some detail images of what it looks like helmet off, helmet on, and I guess just like the chest there and the shield and the back of the shield. So yeah, it's just got a ton of detail in there. Panel lining this up is going to be a must. And alright, let's just get popped open. Now, I already took a peek in here earlier, and I was surprised to see that the armor is actually molded in translucent clear. It's not white as you might expect because it looks white, but it's actually in this translucent clear, so that's kind of interesting. I really kind of wonder the reason why that is, if people are like wanting to paint this in like a clear kind of white color, so they want it to be slightly translucent. I don't know. So I'm wondering when I get around to painting this kit if I'm gonna maybe try to paint it in, I don't know, just for example in like a clear orange or something like that, so it still has some translucency to the parts. Would be kind of interesting, but I don't know. It's gonna make reviewing the kit a little bit hard, because I think it's gonna be hard for you guys to really see a lot of the detail when the parts are just molded in translucent clear like that, but anyway, we'll see. I'll do my best. And then we got some other parts here in just kind of light gray and dark gray there. I'm guessing that's just for like the sort of inner frame of that and everything. And it looks like we have some waterside decals included here as well. A lot of waterside decals. Oh my god. This waterside decal sheet is huge. Obviously these big ones there for the shield, and then all these number bits. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. Why are there so many? I guess it's just to have different options. So I guess maybe there's just different, I don't know if this is maybe in the 5-star stories line a mass-produced robot or something. Anyway, whatever the case is, we've got a lot of different options there. So it looks like you can kind of take your pick of what decals you want to use. Whatever the case is, I'll use maybe a few of these and have a ton of leftovers for some just cool like number marking logos to use on different things. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Always better to have more than not enough. Bandai. But then down here for the manual, they just kind of have the box art here once again, just kind of oddly cropped here on the manual. I think they could have made the manual like sideways or something like that. Would have looked a little bit nicer there with that illustration, but the illustration looks good, of course, on the back side. Just the reference images there for where the decals go, so you can get a look at that. And then on the inside, Motorhead is, little LED Mirage is, all some information there about that, all in Japanese though, unfortunately. Once again, the illustration, and then straight on into the construction. So it looks like this is going to be one that's going to be a pretty detailed construction of this kit. So now that I'm looking at it, the actual construction of this, I'm kind of wondering if I really even want to bother building this up and reviewing it first before painting it, because it looks like it's going to be a real pain in the ass to build this kit and then also disassemble it and paint it, which is typically the process that I do and the process that I advocate for other people to do. But man, some of these parts, just like the way that these parts go together, I'm just thinking that they're gonna really give me a headache. So we'll see. I'll get to building it and then I'll decide kind of what I want to do with that. But anyway, you can get a look at the overall construction there and then just the color guide back here. Now, I probably won't stick to these standard colors. As you guys know, if you follow my builds, I typically don't really ever do that. But we'll have to see. I'm undecided at the moment. I just want to check out the kit first. First up, we are going to have some polycaps in here, so it is movable. It's not a fixed pose kit by any means, so you will have some polycaps in a kind of grayish blue color there. And then we have the headpiece, which is on this little tiny runner without any marking or anything on it. It's just this little piece by itself. So wow, that's pretty awesome. And really appreciate the fact that this is just one solid piece. You don't have to worry about any seam line on that, so that's good. Not sure how the seam lines are going to be on this kit. I was expecting to have some that I'll surely have to deal with, but if this is any indicator, hopefully the seam lines are pretty well taken into account and maybe not that bad. Alright, then runner A here is in this light bluish gray color here. It looks like, again, for some of like the inner frame sort of detail parts, things like that. A ton of detail on there. This is going to look really nice when it's all painted up. Runner B is a bunch of those armor parts in that translucent clear color. Again, not really going to be easy to see all the details on there until it's painted, but it is looking very cool. Then we're going to see in this very light gray color for some more different parts on there. And it has these kind of weird like beetle pinchers that are like folded onto the back of the shield, which are pretty interesting. So very cool. And then runner D is some more of the translucent clear armor parts here. And we've got two of this D runner. Then runner E is just the one big part there for the shield. It looks very nice. Runner F is some more parts in that light gray color, and it looks like mostly just hand options. So it looks like kind of like open resting hands and then holding hands. Basically, maybe some like closed fists, it looks like maybe as well, so like 3 sets. And then runner G is the 2 sword parts here, which are just in plain clear, so those are pretty interesting if you want to paint those up or not, you've just got them in clear. So right now, typically I would get this built up and then move into the review portion of this video, but I think in this case, because I kind of don't really know what I'm getting myself into, for the time being, I'm just gonna have this just being just the unboxing of this kit, because I think I'm gonna need to do a little bit more work on this rather than just doing a standard kind of out of the box, just straight up review of it. I'm not sure yet, but I'll need to get to building it and to kind of find out, and I will be doing some live streaming of building this as well, so you can check out the live streaming if you want to watch that, kind of see what the kit is like for yourself during that process. And then, you know, later on I'll see if I'm able to do just kind of a regular kind of standard, just straight out of the box review, or if I think I'm just going to move ahead with painting it up straight away. I'll see once I get to the building process. Either way, it's a very interesting kit, so I'm looking forward to trying out something new in this case. So that is the L.E.D Mirage. Looks very interesting, so let's go ahead and get to work on that. For now, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, you can check the link down in the video description below to USA Gundam Store. Shop there and save 10% off everything on the store using my coupon code ZakuAurelius10. I'll see you guys soon, and we'll start working on the L.E.D Mirage.